For 6 days, we've seen it all. Done this, done that. For 6 days, we've been mini gods and goddesses of second chances. And now, those chances are exhausted. Today, we stand at the crossroads of intellect and eloquence, where the stakes are higher, the arguments sharper, and the competition fiercer than ever before. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the quarterfinals of the Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate. It's the National Tournament of Champions, where we find that each champion here has navigated a rigorous journey, showcasing not only their knowledge and quick thinking, but also their ability to sway hearts and minds with the power of their words. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, where you can also catch the previous episodes of this tournament. It's all there, Nigeria Info. Moreover, you can catch a replay of this tournament on Wazobia Max TV. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels, my co-host, my co-anchor, Yvonne Okhaifo.
Thank you very much, Femi. Welcome, welcome, welcome to I Beg to Differ. We are now in the quarterfinals of the competition. We will start by acknowledging our sponsor and partners in the tournament. We're saying thank you to Lesheho Microfinance Bank. Thank you so much, Lesheho Microfinance Bank. Also, our gratitude goes to Chrisland Schools. You will hear more about Chrisland Schools, Olaya Foods and Catering, Call to Fly. We also have Biloxi as well, Obiwizi, and Massey Street Children's Hospital, all partnering with us to make sure that the kids are well taken care of. The champions from out of state are housed, and of course they get their prizes that they so deserve. If you'd like to be a part of what is happening here and I Beg to Differ, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
A quick look at what our contestants are aiming for. A first prize of 2 million naira for the winner and the champion of champions, a Green Lion G20 Ultra tablet, and a Green Lion Ultra Active smartwatch. The second place finisher will go home with 1 million naira, Green Lion Active Duo Earbuds Pro, and a Green Lion Sans Zero wireless headphone. The third place finisher will take home 500,000 naira, a Green Lion Ultra Active smartwatch, and a Green Lion Comfort Plus headphones. Plus, Obiwizi is giving gadgets to every single one of the other contestants, the other 13 in the best of 16 tournament, each of them getting a Green Lion Comfort Plus headphone. At this point, I'd like to introduce our brilliant, beautiful, impartial panel of judges. And you can join the live stream now so that you can get to meet our judges in person. Follow our live stream on YouTube and on Facebook, Nigeria Info. Let me start by welcoming Chief Judge Chike Ngbadiche, who's the head of the Department of Communication, Media and Cultural Studies at the Pan Atlantic University, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome, Dr. Chike. He's got a wave for you. Beautiful. Dr. Ama Basi Ekove is the program officer at the Budget Foundation. Judge Ama, thank you very much. Nice little wave, lady in red. Also, Judge Elizabeth Michael is a broadcast professional and learning experience designer. Judge Elizabeth, welcome. Welcome. Can I have that little wave? Appreciate it. Also judging is George Ufoma Egbamuno. He's the news manager Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info. If you're following the stream, you haven't seen Ufoma yet, but don't worry. You'll see him soon enough. You probably already know Ufoma by now, who doesn't? And finally, Judge Yvonne Okhaifo, who's right by me. She is our diction judge. You've met the judges.
Femi.
Let's proceed.
Let's proceed now to meet the contestants.
All right, for this first debate, two very young individuals, one 15, the other 16, one in SS3, the other in SS2, and of course, two individuals who have high win rates in this contest. Introducing first, Adio Afolarin. He's 15 years of age, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School. Altogether in his journey from the regional finals to where we are, in 5 weeks, he has won. He's only lost twice. That's once in the regional finals and one in the finals, saved by the wild card. Is chaperoned here today by his brother Adio Ayomide. How are you doing, Afolarin?
Fine, sir.
It's good to have you. Hope you are good to go for this debate.
Yes.
Beautiful. His opponent, 16-year-old SS2 student of Pacific Comprehensive College, Lagos. She's like Adio Afolarin, she's had 7 debates so far in her entire journey. She's won 6 times. She's only lost once, and that was in the final of the regional qualifiers. In the final, on that occasion, to Mercy. She hasn't yet faced defeat in 2 rounds here. She comes into this quarterfinal a strong contender. Please welcome Adepetu, Adenike. Hello, Adenike. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much, sir.
Adenike is chaperoned by her mother, Mrs. Adepetu. Thank you, Mommy. Are you ready to go? Brilliant.
The debaters were informed of their sides earlier in the week. We will now find out what side they will debate today. I will start with the lady to my right. Adenike, what side will you argue today?
I'm supporting the notion.
Okay, that will leave Adio Afolarin with the opposition. The topic for this hour is, does the entertainment industry reflect societal values or shape them?
Sir,
Wrong one. No.
Oh, it's wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is your topic?
is fast fashion empowering?
Okay, is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? Look at her. Her heart almost sank. Is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? Well, that is the topic for this hour. Well, it is time to debate. All right, it is time to go. Remember, you know the rules at this time. You know that judges are looking for the number, the quality. First of all, Adio Afolarin, please stop rubbing the microphone. Okay, you're not. The microphone is for your mouth, not your fingers. Okay. You were told the rules. You already know. You know that judges are looking not just for the number of points you make, but for the clarity and the originality of your points. Okay, you know that during a rebuttal round you must first refute your opponent's points before making extra points of your own. Okay, well, that said, it is time to debate.
Who's opposing?
I'm opposing, sir.
Adio Afolarin will
You are
oppose.
opposing. Okay, so you go first. Oh,
Adenike
Adenike goes first.
Yes,
because she's supporting. All right.
Adenike will now open her case. She will get 3 minutes to do so. Adepetu, your time starts now.
Is fast fashion empowering you today? The answer is a resounding yes, because it has opened up vast windows of opportunities in recent times. On the contrary, is it exploiting youth consumer? The answer is a capital no, except they want to be exploited. On this note, I'd like to extend a very warm greeting to the chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, ever attentive audience, and of course, my co-debater. My name is Adepetu Adenike from Pacific Comprehensive College, Shasha Akuwonjo, and I'm here to support the notion. Is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? I want my opponent to ponder on that question while I intimate him on the relevance of fast fashion to young youth. Here are my points in supporting gotten this notion? First, have you thought about the job opportunities that fast fashion industry has created for young unemployed youth, mostly in Nigeria? I want you to understand that the fast fashion industry has absorbed more youth than any other industry. Second, let's domesticate fast fashion in Nigeria. Have you thought about the global recognition and competitiveness of our indigenous brand like High Fashion, owned by Ramajago? The young Nigerian who has taken fashion to new heights, such that some Nigerian male celebrities no longer patronize foreign brands like Versace, Louis Vuitton, D&G, and a host of others. Also, third, the fast fashion industry in Nigeria, in our dear country, has created more entrepreneurs among young youth who are able, the fast fashion in our dear country has created more entrepreneurs among young youth because they can actually think outside the box by always thinking creatively to satisfy the high desire of the growing population of these young youth who are natural explorers and with great sense of aesthetics. Also, instant gratification. In a world that values instant gratification, fast fashion perfectly fits the bill. With shortened production cycle, clothing items can move from the design phase to store shelves in record time. This means that consumers can swiftly purchase latest fashion pieces while keeping up with current trend and satisfying their desire for novelty. Fast fashion also provides a great sense of immediacy by allowing individuals to keep up with their personal style and keep their wardrobe up to date with minimal delay. Furthermore, economic growth. The fast fashion contributes substantially to the global economic growth. The global apparel market is projected to reach $2 trillion by 2026, which with fast fashion accounting for a significant portion of these growth. This economic growth can lead to job opportunities for youth. Also, self-expression. A report by British Fashion Council showed that 74% of youth believe that fashion is responsible, is crucial for self-expression. I know my opponent might want to say that the desire to fit into fast fashion industry has brought about heinous crimes in the society. But I want to ask a question. Did the Bible not encourage us to cut our coats according to our clothes? Let's consider the numerous empowerments from fast fashion and embrace it wholeheartedly. I believe everyone will agree with me that looking good is indeed a good business. Thank you.
Okay.
Strong entry point in our presentation round. We will now afford her opponent, Adio Afolarin, his opportunity for his opening remarks.
Correct, Femi. Well, Adio, you will now get 3 minutes to do what Nike has done. Your time starts now.
Youth are targeted by fast fashion for their desire to fit in. This was not mine, but it was of Lisa Seagull. My mediator and educators, good day. Follow me and the versions as to why fast fashion employs youth consumers. To begin with, youth often lack access to sustainable or high quality alternatives, making them more susceptible to cheap fast fashion options. A 2018 survey by the University of Sheffield found that only 31% of youth consumers can afford sustainable clothing, pushing men into the fast fashion cycle despite no negative impacts. Secondly, the constant pressure to keep up with trends can lead to stress and anxiety among youth consumers who feel they need to conform to the ever-changing fashion standards. A study conducted in the UK surveyed 1,200 users found that 419 individuals reported experiencing anxiety related to keeping up with fast fashion trends. Thirdly, fast fashion retailers often have restrictive return policies which can take advantage of inexperienced youth consumers. A 2082 study by Retail Dive found that most fast fashion retailers have non-refundable items or restocking fees which can deter returns and result in additional costs for consumers, especially youths. Furthermore, fast fashion leverages peer pressure among youth consumers, making them feel they need to conform to the latest trends in order to fit in socially. According to statistics, approximately 70% of youth consumers report that peer influence is a major factor in their fashion purchases. Moving on. This brand design clues are going to start quickly. Pressuring used to constantly buy new items to keep up with trends, further exploiting youth consumers. To back this up, a 2018 study by Greenpeace. Furthermore, fast fashion items are often of low quality, which can encourage frequent purchases to keep up employing frequent purchases to. Fast fashion items are often of low quality, encouraging frequent purchases to constantly keep up with the fashion trends, exploiting consumers' limited budgets. A 2018 study by Greenpeace found that 50% of fast fashion items are often discarded within a year, primarily to poor quality. Furthermore, fast fashion promotes unrealistic body standards through its marketing, leading to body image issues among young consumers. The Journal of Adolescents reported that 70% of teenage girls feel the pressure to be ideal in their looks, often driven by fast fashion marketing. Furthermore, fast fashion brands are known for copying designs from smaller designers, devaluing originality and creativity, which young consumers are unknowingly supporting. A 2018 study by the Fashion Law Institute found fast fashion brands are frequently involved in legal disputes over copyright infringement, with small designers often unable to afford legal action. Lastly, fast fashion brands often use sophisticated algorithms to target young consumers with fast fashion ads and trends on social media platforms. A 2019 report by Common Sense Media found that teens spend an average of over 7 hours a day on the screen, making them prime targets for fashion ads and trends on social media platforms. Thank you.
Well done.
So we've heard the presentation rounds. And up next is the rebuttal rounds, which we will go to right after this quick timeout. Special thanks to our sponsors, the Cheho, and of course the rest of our partners. We'll be back.
Nigeria. There's a bank that's helping people grow their businesses and achieve their goals. Leshaho Microfinance Bank. With easy loans and rewarding savings options, Leshaho Microfinance Bank is more than just a bank. It's a trusted partner in progress. So, if you need a quick and affordable business loan, Leshaho Microfinance Bank is there for you. Present in 11 African countries, Leshaho is committed to improving lives across the continent, including right here in Nigeria. For more information, visit leshaho.com/Nigeria or follow us on social media at Leshaho Nigeria. Call 0905 391 1450 or email nigeria@leshaho.com and see how Leshaho Microfinance Bank is improving lives every day.
Welcome back. This is the quarterfinals of our national finals, the Tournament of Champions of the Adepetu Differ Student Debate Competition. This first semi-final pits a 15-year-old Adio Afolarin against 16-year-old Adenike Adepetu. You heard the opening rounds, the presentation rounds, and now we are set for the rebuttal rounds.
For this round, we will revert to the motion opposer, Adio Afolarin. The topic remains: is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? Is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? Adenike affirms that fast fashion empowers youth consumers, while her opponent Adio says no, it exploits youth consumers. Now we will go straight into the rebuttal rounds. Adio Afolarin, you can now pick your opponent's points apart.
All political dealers that my name is Adio Afolarin strongly oppose the motion states is fast fashion empowering or exploiting consumers. And here are my rebuttals. Firstly, my opponent stated the fast fashion industry creates job opportunities for youth consumers. Well, in contrast, the fast fashion industry is notoriously known for underpaying workers. How can you say that it creates job opportunities when most of its workers are underpaid and often play below what they deserve? Further, my opponent stated instant gratification. Well, the fast fashion industry exploits youth consumers of this instant gratification, making them to constantly buy new trends, making them to constantly buy the clothing produced, and due to the low quality and the short lifespan, it often makes them to repeatedly consume this product, and often to the gain of the fast fashion industry. Furthermore, my opponent stated personal style. Well, fast fashion industry actually contradicts this, as it mass produces the same type of style, which results in homogeneity of the products. Furthermore, my opponent stated self-expression. How can you say fast fashion promotes self-expression when the youth consumers are meant to be wearing the same clothes and trends and styles? My opponent also stated economic growth, and it allows for cultural appropriation. Well, it allows for cultural representation. Well, in actuality, fast fashion actually appropriates and commodifies these cultural signs and symbols, often without proper recognition or compensation. Well, with the remaining time, I would like to state another point. Well, these fast fashion brands often design clothes that are run out of style quickly, pressuring you to constantly buy clothes to keep up with the trends, leading to further exploiting youth consumers. The Helen Makoto Foundation reported that clothing production doubled between 2000 and 2014, with consumers buying 60% more clothing, but keeping them for half as long. This was due to the fast fashion industry's influence on due to the fast fashion influence on the fashion industry. Well, that's what my opponent stated. Now I'd like to end here. Thank you.
All right then.
So Adio Afolarin's rebuttal round is done. We'll go now to the rebuttal round of his opponent, Adenike Adepetu.
Adenike, your time starts now.
Thank you, moderator. Standing on the exit protocol, I still remain Adepetu Adenike, back again to counter points made by my opponents. My opponent mentioned stress and anxiety, but study shows that 61% of youth consumers have experienced reduction in stress and anxiety thanks to fast fashion. So it doesn't actually increase stress and anxiety, rather it reduces them, because now they can pay for affordable food for affordable fashion to meet up with some standards. You also mentioned peer pressure. My opponent, studies also show that 84% of youth consumers have already have a reduction in their peer pressure. Why? Because even if their peer pressure are able to afford high quality standards, then now that fast fashion has come into play, they are able to afford this fashion at very low prices. They have and also look good. You also mentioned sophisticated algorithms and gave an instance referring to young people spending time on the screen. But what does that have to do with fast fashion? If I want to tell you, the fast fashion industry has to go around and search what you consumers want, so that they can actually increase their supply. So social media is actually helping them. You also said that I mentioned personal style, but I never said that. You said self-expression. I never said that. However, I'm going to say it later. And you mentioned on that, you countered a point where I said on that when I said that fast fashion creates job opportunities. But my opponent, you keep on saying that they to lead to underpaying jobs. But don't you know that half loaf of bread is better than none? Underpaying jobs, at least even if the jobs are not ideal, it can serve as a stepping stone towards economic growth and at least an increased standard of living. It's better for them to have jobs than none, and it actually increases their job. You also mentioned low quality. I'm pretty sure that some of the some of the youth consumers consuming this fast fashion already know that some of them are of low quality, because low quality equals to low price, high quality equals to high price. I'm very sure that these youth consumers know that these products are of low quality. That's why they want it and all. You also mentioned you also said that I mentioned cultural something, but I never said anything about culture in my arguments. Yeah, and now that I've heard my opponent's arguments and my refutation, I leave you with thoughts that fast fashion doesn't exploit youth, rather it empowers them. Thank you.
All right. This is the quarterfinal stage of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ National Tournament of Champions. Today we will meet the first two semi-finalists of the competition. The debate this hour pits Adenike Adepetu against Adio Afolarin on the topic: is fast fashion empowering or exploiting youth consumers? You've heard the presentation and rebuttal rounds. You will hear the closing argument right after this break.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. To crown it all, when you decide to sell off that device of yours to meet that important obligation, Obiwizi is your guy, literally your guy. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. So make sure you are following Obiwizi on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page. Yes, that is on Instagram. You could send an email to the email address info@obiwizi.com or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com. They are also on X at Obiwizi, literally Obiwizi. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. Yes, Obiwizi. Follow them on all pages and of course all social media platforms and get that device of your dreams.
Welcome back, and thanks to all our sponsors and partners over the years and the new ones. Thanks to Obiwizi for the consistency and the followership over time. Thanks to the Sheho Microfinance Bank. Thanks to Chrisland Schools, our host institution. Thanks to Olaya Foods and Catering for the meals, as well as to Biloxi for the refreshing range of cookies. Thanks to Call to Fly for helping us with transporting some of these students to Lagos for the national finals, flying them in. And thanks to Master Children's Hospital for providing us health coverage throughout the course of this competition. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Special thanks to our digital content team led by Tunde Abdul Salam and the rest of the guys at Olamide Fadoju and Ken Otueme as far as Samuel Wuji. We will go straight now into the closing rounds between these two young ones, Afolarin and Adenike Adepetu.
All right, then it is time for the closing rounds. And for this round, we will revert to Adepetu Adenike. It is time to close. Just a moment. Well, it is time to close your argument.
Thank you, moderator. Standing on the existing protocol, I still remain Adepetu Adenike. Back again to close up on my arguments. I'd like to start by listing my closing points. First, self-expression and creativity. Second, affordability and accessibility. Third, empowerment through choice. Also, inclusivity and diversity. Furthermore, sustainability efforts. Certainly, promoting confidence. Also, trend awareness and adaptability. And last but not the least, personal development. I'd like to start by explaining self-expression and creativity. Fast fashion allows youth consumers to experiment with different styles, express themselves, and develop unique fashion and develop their own unique fashion identity without breaking the bank. Second, affordability and accessibility. Fast fashion offers trendy and affordable clothing, thereby providing a wide range of audience of youth who cannot afford or pay for these high-end designer labels. Also, empowerment through choice. Fast fashion allows empowerment through choice. Fast fashion provides vast arrays of choices, thereby making individuals to mix and match their style and promote their identity. Also, inclusivity and diversity. Fast fashion promotes inclusivity and diversity through their campaigns with featured models of various types, body styles, and types, thereby promoting individuals to embrace their individuality. Also, sustainability efforts. Many fast fashion brands have already started taking a step into sustainability efforts by creating eco-friendly materials. By creating eco-friendly materials, reducing waste, and also improving recycling, thereby making people choose more eco-friendly choices. Also, promoting confidence. Fast fashion, in its own way, has a way of promoting confidence because people are able to fit into their styles at very affordable price, thereby boosting their confidence. Also, trend awareness and adaptability. Many individuals, especially those working in the fast fashion industry and those consumers, also have trend awareness because now the people in the fast fashion industry are aware of these trends and aware of trends that have come and gone, making them more adaptable to these trends. Last but not the least, personal development. All the advantages I've given of fast fashion brings down to personal development because people will develop. Both the people in fast industry, they've already gone through some processes, and people and the youth consumers have also developed themselves by buying goods that are more affordable. I believe with this point of mind, I've been able to convince you beyond any reasonable doubt that fast fashion industries, that fast fashion empowers youth and not exploit them. Thank you.
Right on time.
We'll now go to her opponent, Adio Afolarin, for his closing argument.
Adio, you have 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Adio Afolarin. Strongly opposing motion states is fast fashion empowering or exploiting its consumers. And here are my closing arguments. To begin with, rather than promoting the idea of peculiarity, fast fashion offers mass-produced clothing leading to uniformity rather than unique personal expression. Despite marketing themselves as offering unique styles, fast fashion brands like H&M and Forever 21 produce clothing in massive quantities, leading to widespread uniformity in fashion. Secondly, the constant exposure to fast fashion ads and trends on social media fosters digital addiction among youth consumers, impacting their mental well-being. clothing. According to the Pew Research Center, 45% of teenagers are online almost constantly, with many being bombarded with fast fashion ads and trends on social media, contributing to digital addiction. Thirdly, when fast fashion brands launch sustainable lines, they often represent a tiny fraction of the overall production, misleading young consumers about the brand's true environmental impact. Brands like H&M and Zara have been criticized for launching sustainable collections that constitute less than 1% of the overall product line. Furthermore, fast fashion frequently appropriates and commodifies cultural symbols and designs, which can exploit consumers' ignorance of cultural sensitivity. Brands like Urban Outfitters and H&M have been criticized for appropriating indigenous designs without proper recognition or compensation. So that's my point. Fast fashion brands create a sense of urgency with limited time offers and flash sales, exploiting youth consumers. According to the Consumer Psychology Review, scarcity tactics like limited time offers are highly effective in promoting impulsive buying behaviors among youth consumers. So that's my point. Fast fashion brands often greenwash their products, misleading young consumers into believing that making eco-friendly choices, when in reality the production processes are harmful to the environment. Furthermore, the emphasis on cheap mass-produced clothing devalues traditional craftsmanship and encourages the lack of appreciation for longevity and quality in fashion. So that's my point. Fast fashion drains the disposable income of youth consumers, limiting the ability to save up for future investments like education and travel. In my remaining time, I would like to rebut on my opponent's points. In my opponent's rebuttal, she stated that fast fashion actually reduces stress. Well, on the contrary, fast fashion actually causes youth consumers to be focusing on constantly replacing their clothes to keep up with the constantly changing trends, which actually adds to their stress and anxiety. Furthermore, opponents also stated that fast fashion allows them to buy affordable clothing rather than the high quality clothing used in fashion runways or fashion shows. Well, in reality, these fast fashion items are of low quality and of short lifespan, meaning that they will quickly run out and be disposed. Thus, over time, the accumulated cost will be more than an high quality clothing. Most researchers have shown that fast fashion items often last from 5 to 7 years, while high quality clothing can actually last over several years. And thus, with this fact, limited fast fashion items with a low quality and short lifespan actually have an accumulated cost over the constant consumption more than the high quality clothing that can last several years. Thank you.
All right, and so the debate is over between these brilliant young ones. Adio Afolarin, 15 years of age, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High. And of course, Adepetu Adenike, 16 years of age, SS2 student of Pacific Comprehensive College, Lagos. Well, you've heard the debate. What do you think of the debate? We have our polls running on social media,
yes,
Yvonne.
Please, yes.
I would guess that will be X and Facebook.
Correct.
That's X, Twitter.
Formerly Twitter.
Yeah, X Twitter. So go there and vote for who has been more impressive. You are reminded that the determination of who won this debate is being made by the judges. But it's an opinion poll. And most cases, in most of these debates, your voting has reflected the same spirit when we see the judges' scorecard. So go ahead, let us see how it goes. It will be interesting to see how the judges decide in this particular first of 4 quarterfinals. The second one will come shortly. We'll take a quick break. When we return, it will be time to hear what our judges or how our judges have determined the success or otherwise of this first quarterfinal debate. All of that right after this timeout.
For nearly 5 decades, Chrisland has been unwavering in its commitment to advancing humanity through quality all-round education, dedicated service, and setting a benchmark in the educational sector. Chrisland has been dedicated to nurturing young minds, shaping futures, and fostering a culture of excellence. With 6 nursery and primary schools, as well as 6 secondary schools and a 6th form college, as well as a university to go with it, Chrisland remains a prominent educational conglomerate conglomerate in Nigeria. Our schools are strategically located in safe and conducive environments in Lagos as well as Abuja. You have the Chrisland Nursery School in VGC, the Chrisland Primary School inside VGC also, the Chrisland School in the Festac area, yes, and of course the Chrisland Ladipo Uluwole location in Ikeja. There's also Chrisland in Lekki, Lagos, yes, it's also Chrisland in Okbebi, and the 6 secondary schools are of course Chrisland High School Ikeja, Chrisland High School VGC, Chrisland High School Festac area, and also Chrisland High School Lekki. There's also the Chrisland School in Abuja as well as the Chrisland High School in Abuja as well, located at Cadastral Zone C10, Wumba District of Apo Mechanical Village in Abuja. There's also the Chrisland School in Katampe, Abuja. Find that at number 5 Samuel Oladele Crescent by Gishiri bus stop opposite Nikon Junction, Katampe District, inside the FCT Abuja. For parents who require a safe and conducive boarding school for their children, our fully equipped boarding colleges are situated in serene and safe environments in Lagos and Abuja will give them just the home away from home experience that they are seeking. These schools are of course Chrisland College Idimu, Chrisland College Katampe Abuja, and also you could visit the 6th form college, that is Chrisland Pre-Degree College at number 4 Ulubumi Owa Street off Admiralty Way, Lekki, Phase 1, Lagos. Let your word be part of a legacy built on excellence. For further details and inquiries, visit our website at www.chrislandschools.com or call 0906 313 5544 or follow or like on social media on any of these platforms. On Facebook, it is Chrisland Schools, literally Chrisland Schools. On Instagram, it is at Chrisland Insta. On YouTube, it is Chrisland Schools, and on X it is Chrisland Info. On LinkedIn it is Chrisland Schools, and on Threads it is Chrisland Insta. Chrisland Schools, show forth the light.
Welcome back. It's the first of 4 quarterfinals in the National Tournament of Champions, and this debate is a battle for a place in the semi. Yes, a place in the semi-final. 4 sports in the semi-final. They're fighting for the first. There will be no second takes or second chances. There will be no wild cards from here on. Adio Afolarin is 15, an SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School. Adepetu Adenike is 16, an SS2 student of Pacific Comprehensive College, Lagos. They have done their part. The judges are looking into what they have done, and soon we will get those results. In the meantime, Diction Judge Yvonne Okhaifo has made a number of notes regarding diction infractions, and we'll listen to her now.
Yes, I will go straight to the salient ones that I caught. I'll start with Adepetu Adenike. So it is clothing, not clothings, okay? Clothing is already in its plural sense. It refers to items of clothing, the clothes that we wear, everything from your, underwear to your full-on clothes, okay? So clothing is already in the plural sense. There's no need to add any s. And then it is not half loaf of half bread is better than none, or what you said. It is half a loaf is better than no bread. That is the saying, okay? And that also applies to looking good is good business. You said looking good is a good business. Looking good is good business. All right. I know you said that, in the heat of the moment. It is purchase, not purchase. Purchase, okay? Entrepreneur. I know we are used to hearing on entrepreneur. It is not entrepreneur. Okay, entrepreneur. I will come to, and it is consume. It is not z, it is s. Consumers, okay? Consume. That applies to Adio Afolarin as well. Adio Afolarin, great job. You did take many of the corrections that were posed, to you the last time you were here. But you dispose of, okay? You don't dispose. You dispose of, okay? Dispose of. And then you said several years. I'm sure you meant several years, not a several years. It is longevity. There is no such word as longevity. Longevity, I'm sure that is what you meant. Okay, longevity. appropriate, okay? Appropriate, not appropriate. Appropriate. I will leave the corrections at what I have just told you. The other ones, of course, you will incur infractions for them, even though, I haven't been able to tell you all of them because of time. All right?
Remember, Adenike, and is a weak form word. It can be grating if you constantly go and every time. You only use the strong form, so it's and, this and that. Nike and Adio, not Nike and Adio. You only do that when you have to emphasize or contrast. Okay? I'm talking about Nike or Adio. I didn't say Nike or Adio. I said Nike and Adio. So you see, you are emphasizing and in a way contrasting. But because there was a point where you just kept going and it didn't make it come out well. So that said, your infractions have been noted. The score sheets are out. So for this first debate, this is how the judges have decided. Straight to the presentation rounds of Judge Ama's scorecard. Presentation: Adenike, 14 points. Adio, Afolarin, 16.5. Rebuttal: Adenike, 10 points. Afolarin, Adio, 7 points. Closing rounds: Adenike, 11 points. Afolarin, 10 points. Style: Adenike, 7 points. Afolarin, 6 points. That is the decision of Judge Ama. Now to Judge Ufoma. Presentation rounds: Adenike, 15.5. Afolarin, 17. Rebuttal: Adenike, 10.5. Afolarin, 7. Closing round: Adenike, 10.5. Afolarin, 12. For style: Adenike, 7. Afolarin, 5. Now to Judge Elizabeth. Presentation round: Adenike, 10 marks. Afolarin, 14. Rebuttal: Adenike, 13. Afolarin, 13. Closing arguments: Adenike, 10. Afolarin, 15. For style: Adenike, 6. Afolarin, 5. Leaving just the scorecard of Chief Judge Chike. Presentation round: Adenike, 11.5. Afolarin, 15. Rebuttal: Adenike, 6. Afolarin, 5.5. Closing: Adenike, 6.5. Afolarin, 7.5. Style: 6 apiece, which brings us to a total. I'll read you the totals. Presentation rounds: Adenike, 51. Afolarin, 62.5. Rebuttal round: Adenike, 39.5. Afolarin, 32.5. Closing, Adenike 38, Afolarin 44.5. For style, Adenike 25, Afolarin 22. That's a total of 153.5 points to Adenike and 161.5 points to Afolarin, which takes us to the scorecard. The deduction-inducing diction infraction scorecard of Judge Yvonne. Adenike, you have a deduction of 6 points for your diction infractions. And Afolarin, you have a deduction of 5 points. A deduction of 5 points, which brings us to a total. I'll give you the total in just a moment, if you won't mind. So 6 points for Adenike, and of course 5 points deducted. The final score is 156.5 points to 147.5 points to the winner and first qualifier to the semi-finals, Adio Afolarin. Congratulations. And so it is done. Well, all I can say to both of you is that I've seen you both debate better in the contest and in the regional. I'm not sure what happened today, but there was plenty of nerves, too many errors, too many stumblings here, there, and everywhere. It can happen. It is understandable, but definitely it has taken its toll. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Nigeria is a land filled with boundless potential, talent with brilliant ideas in dire need of funding to scale up. Are you ready to make a personal impact and change lives? Introducing the iPhilanthropy platform from the Nigeria Philanthropy Office, powered by Wema Bank. With donations starting at just $2, you can donate to a positive cause, help dreams become a reality, empower youth, support startups, and fuel job creation in Nigeria's key sectors such as fashion, furniture, sustainable agribusiness, and renewable energy. It's about
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.